Welcome to Toronto's newest natural attraction. This is what I'm dubbing Lake Christie Pits. And hey there, today is Thursday, March 6th. It is exactly 5 p.m. at the moment. And the temperature is about minus 1 degree Celsius, although with the wind chill, it is feeling a heck of a lot colder than that. And I'm not going to dare step onto this ice that has pooled here at Christie Pits Park. I already stuck my toe onto some of it and it abruptly cracked, so I think it would be really stupid to even try to walk onto the ice. There's a bench completely submerged. Well, not completely submerged, but it is deep into the ice. And I think this is a product of all the snow we've had over the past few weeks, combined with some rain recently. It rained all day yesterday, and we've had above zero temperatures for a number of days since then. So a lot of the snow has melted and it's kind of pooled right here. And with today being below zero again, we end up with this mini ice rink. There's a skate park right there. Baseball field where the Toronto Maple Leafs play. That's usually a mini tobogganing hill. There's a lot of snow on the ground. But this isn't the only odd sight we'll be seeing on this one, at least I think it won't be, as I'm going to head north up Christie Street. We're going to take a detour past a house with a large white elephant sculpture on its front lawn, one that's quite well known in the area. Then I'll head up to Dupont and walk over to Bathurst. And then I think it'll be south down to Bathurst Station. I saw someone posted a picture of that frozen part of Christie Pits on Reddit this morning. I thought it might make a neat idea to come check it out. Something similar to that happened about 3 years ago. I remember uploading it as a YouTube short. But there is Christie Station. That is Bloor Street West, just to the south of here. To the east is the Koreatown neighborhood. But it is a cold, windy day. I was actually going to live stream this evening. I decided to just record a video instead. As we go north up the west side of Christie Street. And Christie Pits Park here was known as Willowdale Park until 1983. It's about 22 acres. Features picnic areas, as well as an SUV with a parking ticket alongside it. There's a few different ball diamonds, including this one. The Toronto Maple Leafs of the semi-professional Inter-County League play. My brother actually played in that league. There's a swimming pool over there, an outdoor skating rink. And this is the only baseball stadium in that league that has free admission. You just kind of sit in this bowl area around the field. And just as it was starting to feel like spring, we get a nice blast of winter. I remember my dad parking on this street when my brother had a game, and we would go into the convenience store right there and buy some snacks, but that is no longer there. That was back in the late 90s. This street here is Barton Avenue. Then flash forward to, I think, the end of 2006. I was living in a townhouse in the St. Lawrence neighborhood with a couple of friends. It was a 3-bedroom townhouse we were renting, and we decided to each get our own place. And I was kind of thinking I wouldn't hang around too long, because I had it in the back of my mind that I was going to quit my job and go overseas for a while. I rented a basement apartment right around the corner from where we are. That was on this next street coming up, Pendriff. This place has changed names a number of times. Now it is Moralina's. There's my old street. Christie Street here runs north up to St. Clair Avenue. There's a really popular independent grocery store coming up, Fiesta Farms. That's where I used to get most of my groceries when I lived here. I'd also go to PAT, a Korean supermarket down on Bloor Street. There's Fiesta Farms. I think it's been here for a little under 25 years or so. It's a staple of this neighborhood. Not great street frontage, but I don't think this building was built as a supermarket. And we are looking for, I think, Yarmouth Road. It's a really tiny home over there. It's Garnett Avenue. I think this neighborhood on the left is just referred to as Christie Pits. And the neighborhood on the right is part of Seton Village. There's an interesting Greek-themed home over there, but I've gone past that in prior videos. I haven't checked out this home with the elephant yet. There's a lot of bare retail spots. Fine artisan wine and food. Hey, I used to go to this spin cycle when I lived here. Snack bar. Yarmouth Road. So it should be just over this way. It's a large sculpture of an elephant that was made in 1999 by a gentleman named Matt Donovan. And it was part of his student thesis at the Ontario College of Art and Design, otherwise known as OCAD. That's neat. Take a movie, leave a movie. A VHS. Physical media has been making a bit of a comeback. Apparently the owner of this home says about 20 cars a day slowly roll by looking at it. Certainly interesting looking. Fun, whimsical. Just going to take a picture of it. I'm sure they're used to people just standing here looking at it as well as their neighbors. Apparently it has a fiberglass and chicken wire body coated with spray foam over a plywood skeleton. Let me finish crossing here. Uh-oh. There's some wet socks waiting to happen. All right, I think I can head up an alleyway and make my way back over to Christie Street. You'll notice these homes don't have driveways or garages. All the parking is in the rear. They're just like the home that I lived in. I think I paid about $700 a month for a basement apartment. All right, we'll take this up to the next street, then pop back over to Christie. Looks like they built a new garage and an add-on to the back of their house. Not sure what street this is, but it should only be a few minutes before we get back over to Christy. Oh, there's a classic old car covered up. They've got a Canadian flag in front of their home. Here's a house with an open house right now, 28, wherever this street is. I'll grab the street name when I get to Christy, and if you want to see how much that house is selling for, you can look that up. And over there, I think number 17 is for lease. When I moved over here, another one of my roommates rented a floor of a house just north up here, and you could get there through that laneway just on the left. There's the Odyssey Montessori School. Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. This is Dupont coming up. It's a former industrial corridor, so I'll make a right here. And I'll walk east over to Bathurst, and we'll just head down to the station. There used to be a Starbucks in that building. Over the pandemic, Starbucks closed a lot of locations. There's an A&W here. There's an old Model T Ford plant and showroom. Looks like they've got a for lease sign up. I think the ground floor was a showroom, and they actually assembled vehicles in the floors above it. And later on that became a Planters peanut factory. And there used to be a Sobeys grocery store, and that new condo is off in the distance. There's a Loblaws grocery store. There's a good chocolate spot right here on the right. Stuba for lease. No, it is gone. happy hour, steam whistle $6, open mic every Wednesday. Comedy, singing, what kind of open mic? Can I just go up there and rant? This is a street that's traditionally been lined with factories and warehouses and rail yards. The CP rail yard, or rail line, is parallel to Dupont, just on the north. It's got a bit of a gritty feel to it, but condos have been popping up along Dupont. There's a few coming up just on the left here. This is Manning Avenue. And we're about to walk past a laneway with a pretty interesting name. Apparently this place is really good. Papa Mio's, best Italian sandwiches in town. Never been, but I've heard good things about it. But here is Cream Top Lane. Sure the story behind that name, but hey, there's some neat artwork down there. If you ever need to rent one of these things, know where to go. Guard dog on duty. It's kind of interesting. You've got really old buildings, warehouses, factories, industrial, whatever you call it, equipment rental, and homes all in the same block. Oh, that's neat. There's a laneway home. Or to dig the old school streetcar. Jump out of the way of that SUV before it runs me over. This is the north end of Palmerston Avenue. Some people moving out. Colonel David Shanklane. I'm not. been a lot of condos of a similar style to this one popping up on Dupont. It looks like this one isn't yet occupied. It's not by commercial tenants. I wonder what that building is there. I don't think that would be a condo. If you know what that is, let me know down in the comments. It's popping up on Bathurst Street, which is right here. I'll be making a right and heading south down to Bathurst Station. There's Vesta Lunch, a mainstay of this area. It's a 24-hour greasy spoon. It's not going to win any awards for being the healthiest place to eat. Detroit Pizzeria. Vesta's definitely got that old school diner kind of appeal to it. All right. So on the left is the Annex neighborhood. Again, everything on the right is Seton Village. Annex Social, looks like a neat bar. I'm the ones making videos, and I stopped in this place during the pandemic and I grabbed lunch. I had a burger that was pretty good. They had a lot of outdoor patio seating, which was handy since they were telling us we couldn't eat indoors. Station Hotel. Micro Zoomies. I think this is a Summerhill Market here. It's a small, rather spendy supermarket.
Like roasted veggies, and then like a.
They've got a number of locations around the city. This store is always colorful to walk by. It's kind of interesting how the east side of the street is all residential properties. And the west side is mostly commercial. Not sure how it came to be like that. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to park there like that. Oh, that vehicle's still running. Pizza, Custom Tailor, Bateman's Bicycle Company. Domino's. I wonder if their sales are down. I will not be ordering from them anytime soon. It's a bit of a shame. It's my favorite guilty pleasure. I can get a whole pizza delivered with tax and tip for under 20 bucks, and usually it comes in about 15-20 minutes. Well, it looks like this entire old apartment building is coming down. It's being gutted and completely reconfigured. I wonder if those residents were paid off to find a new place and will be offered new places at the same or comparable rent when it reopens. Usually, businesses are SOL. When a property gets redeveloped, there's really no protections in place for them, but if you rent in a building and the developer buys it and wants to tear it down, usually there's some arrangement made to accommodate all the tenants getting kicked out. You'll notice streetcar tracks here, but the streetcar line only goes south of Bathurst Station. This just connects it to the Hillcrest yards, which are just north of here. There's some streetcars parked at Bathurst Station. Smart Morris Jamaican Takeout. And north of Bathurst Station, the number 7 bus serves Bathurst all the way up to Steeles Avenue. what I'll do is I'll head over into the Markham entrance, or the Markham Street entrance, rather than just end this one here. We'll get a few more steps in. My average step count has been down since I've been sick over the past week. Trying to get things back up. Yeah, my weekly average so far is a meager 82.66. That should be closer to 15,000. I think the lack of live streams is a big culprit for that. I might just do one tomorrow. And this is Bathurst and Bloor. Annex that way to the east. Bring it town this way. Secrets from your sister. All right. That's the former Honest Ed store location right there. And the new incarnation of Mervish Village starting to emerge. It's mostly rental buildings with retail at the base. There is Arisu. It's an excellent Korean restaurant. Get some really good Korean barbecue there. That's about all she wrote for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, walking around the Seton Village neighborhood. Checked out a frozen Christie Pits. And a house with a big white elephant in front of it. I'm going to head into the station here. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, which I seldom update. And there's a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, that's enough cold weather for me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink.